Hi, everyone. So, do you find yourself with great ideas, but then you have trouble taking action? And before you know it, a month's gone by, has gone by, maybe even 10 years has gone by? Well, have I got a story for you? I'm Jeff Barnes with the Wisdom of Walt, and this is my weekly Wednesdays with Walt blog. And this week, I am celebrating 10 years, the 10-year anniversary of running over my electronics on a California freeway. Here's the story. You see, years ago, I thought of teaching a college course on the history of Disneyland. Great idea, right? And at the same time, a Mickey Mouse idea. And so I sat on this idea. I didn't want to go to the university that I was teaching, pitching my Mickey Mouse idea, because I didn't want to be thrown off campus. I didn't want to be tossed into the unemployment line. And yet at the same time, it was one of those ideas, just like yours, that wouldn't let me go. It was like the hitchhiking ghost at the Haunted Mansion. It kept following me everywhere I went. And then everything changed on a Monday afternoon in May, exactly 10 years ago this week. I was leaving the university campus, accelerating onto the freeway, when all of a sudden I heard this horrible noise. Looked into my rearview mirror and saw my iPhone doing cartwheels down the shoulder of the freeway. I raced up to the first exit, went across the freeway, went back in the opposite direction, slowly made my way along that same shoulder. But before I found my iPhone, I first found something else that looked painfully familiar. Because you see, in my distracted thinking, in my distracted dreaming, I had not only left my iPhone on the roof of the car, I had left my iPad as well. And so I stood there. I stood there that day with more than $1,000 in shattered electronics, and that's when I knew I couldn't stand it anymore. And so I did what you probably need to do. I made a decision. My decision was that there was never going to be another day that I didn't take at least some small action working toward my dream, creating a college course on the history of Disneyland. You see, you can always overthink, but you can almost never overact. And as a result of that one decision, exactly 1 year later, I gave the very first lecture in my dream course, The History of Disneyland. 2 years later, I released a best-selling book on Disneyland. 4 years later, a best-selling book on Walt Disney World. And now here I am 10 years later, writing and speaking full-time. And from the stage, I tell that story about running over my electronics on a California freeway. And when I tell that story, I invite members of the audience to hold up their cell phones. I give them my telephone number and I say, look, if you find yourself stuck, if you're ever standing on the sidelines of your life, the shoulder of your dream, you can call me at any point, day or night. I will meet you where you are and run over your cell phone for free. Because you see, it might have been a memorable Monday in May, but being stuck is miserable. And so my challenge to you is, what small act can you start taking today that will move you forward on your idea, that will move you forward on your dream? Because we need you. We need you and your idea, and we need you and your dream now, not a decade from now. So thanks for watching. I hope you're reading my blog, Wednesdays with Walt. If not, you can click in the link below. Never stop dreaming, my friends, and make it a great day.